So I have some stuff going on in the background of my laptop, which I'm recording this video. So hopefully, if this camera cuts off, it doesn't necessarily cut off. But pretty much, I wanted to make this quick video, just share my little quick thoughts on progressives teaming up with the Boogaloo Boys. So there was a certain progressive who has, a talk show and everything. And oh, it's one of those times, and the camera's still on. Hey, let's get it. All right, so basically on his talk show, he shows a speech of a Boogaloo boy who is making this speech talking about how Black Lives Matter and the Boogaloo Boys and all these other oppressed groups need to come together to take on the establishment, basically. And what this dude, hey, fuck it, I'm gonna say his name because he said it, Jimmy Dore. What Jimmy Dore and the people on his show, this video might not even be as quick as I said it was gonna be, but fuck it, we here now. So what he basically was saying was, first of all, he and his co-hosts and all the other people that's on this show that kiss his ass, basically was acting as if though they had no idea who the Boogaloo Boys were. They knew exactly who the Boogaloo Boys were. And what they were trying to say without overtly saying it was this dude who was speaking, this one guy who might be a Boogaloo Boy or whatever. He might be one because he's not necessarily a racist, but he wants to belong to some group, and he saw a bunch of white boys who claim to be about free speech, who claim to be about freedom and all this other stuff, and he was like, I can get down with that. Plus, I need a group of friends to hang out with because I have no friends. So then he joined the Boogaloo Boys, and because of that, he is now a spokesperson for the entire group. We know what the hell they about, but this one guy who might not be a racist all of a sudden is representing the Boogaloo Boys and saying that Black Lives Matter organizations, Boogaloo Boys, and all these other oppressed groups once again should come together to take on the establishment. And Jimmy Dore and the rest of those other guys on his show, those other people, let me not get it straight. It's not all guys. There's a woman on the show who co-signed that BS as well. So, what do I have to say about that? Oh man, this is why I don't hero worship none of these dumbass motherfuckers. He can act all, well, I didn't know who they were, and then he doubled down on it. But now, why I'm speaking about it now, because I have some freed up time, but also, you can see that he's not doubling down on it. In fact, he and everybody else are acting like, this wasn't even said. Because they know they fucked up. Especially him. I think he feels as though that, and I've talked about him before. I'll probably do a full-length video or just my thoughts on him. I don't think he's really worth it, to be honest with you. But to stem off of that, I believe that he believed that his reputation, his ego was that damn high that he can get away with acting as if though he don't know who the Boogaloo Boys are, and therefore he can get away with saying some dumb shit like, "Hey, how about us lefties, us real progressives, go team up with Boogaloo Boys and make some change?" Nah, it's not it. It's not what this real progressive is going to do. I'm not going to team up with a bunch of white supremacists because they're just as angry, or they're just because they're angry at the establishment, both the Democrats and the Republicans, just like I'm angry with them, and just because they hate them and I hate them. No, that does not mean, this is not one of those my enemy's enemy is my friends. No, this is one of those my enemy's enemy is also my enemy type situation. Absolutely not. I am not going to be on board with teaming up with a Boogaloo Boy or the Boogaloo Boys, period, simply because they are anti establishment and they don't like Biden, and they have some harsh things to say about Trump now that he's in office, or the Republicans who are holding whatever positions that they're holding in right now. Absolutely not. Now, if that Boogaloo Boy or anybody, any other Boogaloo Boy or Boogaloo Girl, Boogaloo person were to come out and reform and say, I'm not racist no more, I'm delivered, then we can have a conversation and stuff. I'm not saying let's cut these people off entirely if they are reformed, but if they are not reformed, fuck them. Why the fuck would I team up with them? It's easy for Jimmy Dore's white ass and all the other people who aspire to be that. It's easy for them to just say, hey, let's team up with a bunch of racist white guys because they're not gonna harm me. I'm a white guy, just like these racist white guys. So they're not gonna harm me. Fuck out of here. This is why y'all need to stop hero worshiping these clowns, man. There are certain things he said, just like I've said in my last streams of consciousness. I don't even know if I can still live stream on this channel. I'm gonna do a test, but there's gonna be another stream. I have another one planned out, by the way. I just don't know if that is even possible on this channel since the warning I got for the video, the past video I did. So yeah, well, I'll test it out, and obviously, if you're watching this, you could possibly watch the stream, but none of y'all do anyway. Anyways, but in that last stream of consciousness, that is still up. You can see that. I was saying that there are things that he says that I agree with, and because that is true. There's a lot of things he said, a lot of stances that he's taken, and I agree with that. And I'm not gonna say that he isn't an important voice for people to listen to, but let's not latch onto everything this man says. Because when you do, then you're following a white guy who has no business in telling people to team up with racists. That it is very much okay and fine to team up with a racist militia group simply because this racist militia group and us hate the same people. Fuck out of here. No, I'm not teaming up with them because they're against the same people, the same politicians, the same establishment that I'm against. Because I'm also against what they believe in. And they're also against me simply because of my skin color. So why the fuck would I say, hey, let's in a perfect world, me and them, we wouldn't be feuding. And again, if this Boogaloo man, this Boogaloo boy who spoke, and the rest of them were to come out and say, yo, we were under this spell or we were wrong or whatever, because let's be accountable adults here. You can blame Trump, you can blame all this other rhetoric. At the end of the day, these adults are choosing to latch on to this stuff, believe in this stuff, partake in this mentality, right? So if they come and they say we were wrong, we actually want to come together, this, that, and the third, and they actually mean it, then like I said moments ago, I'm all for it. I'm all for having a conversation, and I'm all for teaming up with former racists and taking on the establishment. But this one dude does not speak for the entire group of individuals. So, yeah, you can keep your little white man privilege over there, Jimmy Dore, and all the other white men with the privilege. Because I'm not going out there and teaming up with the Boogaloo Boys. Again, you can see they're not talking about it now simply because they know how ridiculous it is. And a lot of their white base who aren't racist, who aren't looking at that Boogaloo Boy or Boogaloo Boys in general and saying, yeah, let's team up with them. They're going to say, you bugging, and we're out. And they don't want that. They don't want to lose that. So now they acting as if though, they never said that in the first place. When, if you didn't, that's some shit you probably could have kept to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I know he's a comedian. People could say, he was joking. He was there sarcastic. Ugh. Could have kept it to itself because that was a corny ass joke, but it's pretty much my thoughts on that situation. Until next time, until next video. You see me when you see me. Peace out. Oh.